So, ladies and gentlemen, last class period, what we learned is we learned a couple different ways to simplify a radical number, a number that you cannot take just the square root of. And the first way we learned how to do that was to rationalize the denominator. And the way that we rationalized the, not rationalize the denominator, but wrote the prime factorization of a number. So the way that we wrote the prime factorization of a number was to write the number as a product of its primes. So what we did is we just broke down a number to all of its factors. So for instance, I could say 8 times 5, 4 times 2, 2 times 2, right? So the product of its primes is what we called prime factorization. Jennifer, this would be probably important for you to write down. So we had 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. That was what we called the prime factorization of a number, a product of its primes. Is 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 equal to 40? Yes, it's the same thing. But what was nice about the prime factorization, especially when we're trying to take the square root of that number, is that we understood the square root. We could take the square root of pairs of prime numbers, right? Because 2 times 2 is 4. The square root of 4 is 2. So therefore, I could simplify this to 2 times the square root of 2 times 5, which is 10. So I could simplify my radical by using prime factorization. Now, that was the long way. The next method that I showed you guys was, rather than trying to write down all the prime factors, just identify what is the largest square number that is a factor. And remember, square numbers, we have 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49. And what we determined is the largest square number is 4. So I rewrite that as a product of 4 and its other factor of 10. That gives us 40. It's the exact same problem. And then we can take the square root of 4 because it's a square number. And then we get the exact same answer. So the reason why we wanted to go over this twice, this is obviously the method that I will be using in the class, my preferred method. But obviously, ladies and gentlemen, if you cannot think of the square number that is a factor of your number and you getting stuck, you can always break down a problem into prime factorization and use this method. So this is the preferred method. But we all know there's going to be times you're going to have a problem that you're not going to be able to figure out. You can always use prime factorization. OK? Good? Good. All right. So now what we'll be getting into is operation.